The Arctic tundra is known as a land of cold temperatures and little rainfall, a white expanse of rippled land where only the most adventurous set foot because of the harsh conditions. Today's Jeepers have the same sense of adventure, but they're playing a little closer to home. Even though this isn't exactly the Arctic tundra, for the Lone Peak Four-Wheelers Club, the frozen landscape of Little Sahara may as well be. Normally, this slick winter land looks more like the Great Desert of Africa from which it gets its name, with temperatures hitting well into the hundreds on even the coolest days of summer. Off-roaders recognize the dunes of Little Sahara, with Sand Mountain dominating a landscape that undulates in all directions, slowly following the blowing eastern winds. This area, just northeast of the small Utah town of Delta, along State Highway 6, is known as one of the premier open riding areas of the West, ranking near the top of the list alongside California's Dumont Dunes and St. Anthony's in Idaho. ATVs and sandrails make this a home away from home, but Jeeps are a less common sight. As recent storms have deposited enough snow to make Little Sahara nearly unrecognizable, it also makes it a more sustainable environment for Jeeps, since the wet sand makes traction for larger vehicles much easier. Because few quads brave the extreme cold today, the Jeeps seem to have the sand to themselves, blazing trails across the dunes as if they were the first to ever venture through Utah's desert tundra.
It's fun, but it's cold.
We'll bring the snowmobile next time.
The Lone Peak Four-Wheelers Club travel to Little Sahara as often as they can, but prefer the winter because of the sparse population and the firm, wet sand. Past visits have introduced them to the cold that descends on central Utah this time of year. But the sheer volume of snow on this trip is a surprise. These are all experienced Jeepers, but rocky trails are one thing, snowy sand dunes are a whole new experience.
I couldn't stop, I couldn't go. I was just going sideways. Finally, when I came to a stop, I thought, now what do I do?
Is it a requirement to go back up that?
The troop makes their way along ridgetops and into snowy troughs, led by former club president Marlon Sharp. The Lone Peak Four-Wheeler Club was established on the precepts of promoting family recreation and responsible land use. Monthly rides through Moab, San Rafael, or Bear Canyon allow members or anyone looking to explore by Jeep the chance to go off-road without leaving behind an environmental footprint. On a day like today, it's even easier to protect, since sand and snow are the perfect combination for treading lightly. Hot chocolate keeps the chills away, while a bit of physical activity keeps spirits warm as well.
I'd like to see you ride your cooler.
Few people have ever gone snow sledding at the dunes, let alone on the top of a cooler. But it's these moments of spontaneous fun that bring the families of Lone Peak together to brave the cold every year. Next month, our Jeep friends will be somewhere else, likely going over rocks and past juniper trees. But their memories of the unique combination of weather and ride make this particular trip one to remember. Their trek through this frozen region has been like a glimpse into another part of the world. Though there isn't any permafrost, and come summer the temperatures will be far from Arctic chill, this has truly been a Jeep run through the tundra.
Hey, that was some of the funnest four-wheeling I've ever had. The snow on top of the sand made it so it was kind of smooth, and it was ideal. Couldn't have much more fun than that, other than watching those kids go down on their faces in the snow.
What a great day.
It's a pretty good time. Pretty good first timer. Might have to do it again.
From the landscape of the West, I'm Bob Welty.